So how basically we issue the forecast and what are the things required for giving a forecast for a particular place, that will be discussed in this lecture. So I'll be discussing what are the forecast processes, terminology used, and what are the bulletins we generally issue during the bad weather, even a regular during the regular time. As India Meteorological Department is concerned, that is the only agency, government agency, to issue the forecast or warning for the government of India, even for other government also, if there is any cyclone or any disturbance forms over sea. So we give forecast to different country as well. So IMD works under Ministry of Earth Sciences. So the main mandate of IMD is to take meteorological observations and to provide current observation, means what is the current temperature going on now. These current observation is very much important for the aviation purpose. Like when we travel by air, they used to, while landing or while taking off, they used to tell this is the ambient temperature. All these informations are provided by India Meteorological Department 24 hours in a day they work. So the mandate of India Meteorological Department is to provide the weather for the sensitive activities like agriculture, irrigation, shipping, aviation, offshore oil explorations, etc. Also, it is to give warning against severe weather phenomena like tropical cyclones, nor'westers, dust storm, thunderstorm, heavy rain, snow, colder, heat wave. Because all these phenomena uh, are directly they cause destruction of life and property. So to provide meteorological statistics required for the agriculture, water resources management, industries, oil explorations, and other nation building activities. And also IMD mandate is to conduct and promote research in meteorology and also outreach program. So the main important mandate of IMD is to educate the public about the weather phenomena and weather terminology, what exactly IMD says. Everybody should understand. If they understand well, so they can take any measures in any situations. So our IMDs, just I'm giving this brief because everybody, they should have the idea about the location of IMD and what is the which area comes under whom. Like we have IMD main office at New Delhi, and we have all the other 6 main branches like in IMD Mumbai, they look up IMD Nagpur, IMD Kolkata, Guwahati, Chennai, and also we have the IMD offices in each district. We have one district headquarter, like for Gujarat, it is in Ahmedabad. So I head for Gujarat. So I look after the weather, any weather related issues for Gujarat, as well as adjoining Gujarat like Northeast Arabian Sea. This is the Arabian Sea and coastal area. All are under our jurisdiction. So we give forecast for Gujarat state as well as the peripheral region of the Arabian Sea. If any system forms in Arabian Sea, like system means always I mean to say it is a disturbed weather system like low pressure system or depression or cyclone, like that. So any disturbed weather system forms over Arabian Sea, then I have to take action on that. I have to issue the forecast from this office for entire Gujarat as well as for the coastal area, even for Arabian Sea, because all the fishermen from Gujarat coast and other coast also, they go for fishing to deep into the sea. So that is why we have to give forecast for them as well. So IMD specialized divisions are like, we provide services to agriculture sector, to civil aviation sector. We also provide the climatology. Climatology is very much helpful for long-term planning, like for bullet train project, for even for metro project, they need the climatology of a particular place. So climatology means it is a 40 years weather average. That is very important for the big project to decide whether the project can sustain or can be fruitful for this region or not. And then we give hydrometeorology services, then instrumentation, all the instruments like for measuring all the weather observations, all the instruments generally, it is meant in this office only in IMD. And meteorology and telecommunication, regional specialized meteorological center, that is the which is responsible for the cyclone warning center. Then positional astronomy, then satellite meteorology division we have, and in that division we have the satellite for the meteorology purpose, and we derive many products from that satellite data, and we use for the forecasting. Then we have the division of seismology and also training. So we have the different offices as I discussed, and then see, before going to forecast, I would just like to mention here what are the things we consider for the forecast. We have the observatory, many observatory we have. All India, even India, only India, the observations are not sufficient. Like us, all in the world, everywhere, there are many observatories. We take the data and we exchange the data, due to which we could locate where the low pressure is, where high pressure is, where cyclone is going to form. So many things we come to know because of the exchange of surface data as well as upper air data. This is the picture of observatory, surface observatory. This is everywhere in our IMD, in our India, everywhere it is located, from where we get different atmospheric parameters like temperature, maximum temperature, minimum temperature, even ambient temperature, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, and many more. And this is our automatic weather stations, which gives the it looks like this, and it gives the data, all the atmospheric parameter data online, automatic it gives. It is not manual, it is not taken, but we have the previous slide I had shown you, that is the manual observatory. We have the officers and staffs, they are working 24 hours in a day, and they provide the observation each 3 hourly. This observation we call synoptic observations, because in the world we take observation at a particular time at 3 hours interval. Like 0 GMT, 3 GMT, 6 GMT, like 8 observation in a day we take. It is not only we Indians, all over the world they take. So at same time. So that is why that is called synoptic observations. That observation we take only surface data, but for weather forecasting, it is also important to have to know what the things are going on in the atmosphere apart from the surface. It is important, equally important, to know what is the atmospheric condition at the surface as well as atmospheric condition in the upper air, like from the surface above 25 kilometers we take observation and to see what are the things going on in the space. By using this instrument, that is RSRW balloon, we release every day for 5 to 6 times in a day. And then we take observation by using Doppler weather radar. We have many radar stations. We take observation and we utilize that also for giving weather forecast. Then these are the dot you are finding. We have this many surface observatory in all India, throughout the India, and sorry. We have automatic weather stations network all over the India. We have many stations. Then we have automatic rain gauge stations. Even we have the district rainfall monitoring system, like with state government. Generally, they take the observation. This is a memorandum between state government and IMD. They take the observation. They provide us the data. So there are huge number of district level rainfall monitoring stations. Especially during monsoon and cyclone, we get lot of data just to see what is going on over the state or over the region, like that. Then we have the prayer observatory. Over these stations, we take continuous data of this. And we have the radar network. Radars are very much important for issuing nowcast. अगले 3 घंटे में during next 3 hours what the weather will be. And during cyclone, the importance of radar is the most. Radar can predict the movement of the cyclone. They can track the cyclone. They can even by using the radar observation, we can decide when cyclone is going to hit, where landfall will be. And this is the radiation network. This is the agromet observatory. We have many agromet observatory. That is, those data are utilized for the agromet to decide the to prepare the advisory for the agromet services. By taking the observation, then it comes to the analysis part. What we just plot those data manually as well as by using computer. Manually, when we plot the data like this, here this is very small, you may not be able to visualize everything very clearly, but this thing is that here we analyze the pressure. These lines are lines having equal pressure. Like this is the line having everywhere, the pressure will be 1002 millibar. And this is the line having the pressure is 1004 millibar. Here, by plotting these lines, we get some closed figure here. This closed circle is having the pressure constant like 1000. So if we get a closed curve, we call this as low pressure. So this is a low pressure. Then we declare low pressure has formed over the North Bay of Bengal. And here also one shallow low is there. Here also one closed isobar is there. So this way we see where is the low pressure systems are there. Always low pressure systems are meant for the disturbed weather. If there is any low pressure system is there, then there will be definitely a heavy rainfall, at least heavy rainfall to very heavy, even extremely heavy rainfall it causes. So it causes this. So by plotting this, we can get to know where is the high pressure, where is the low. Low pressure is always associated with the disturbed weather. However, high pressure is always associated with the fair weather. So this is the surface chart. This gives us the detail about the surface, what is going on around us. But we do not know what is going on in our space. So that is also equally important to decide the forecast. So we take the observation as I showed you in the previous slide, that balloon we release 6 times a day or so. So by using that, we get the wind data, wind speed and wind direction. Then that wind speed and wind direction is plotted, and we have analyzed the data by using this analysis. See here, there are low pressure system in this belt. And here also we are getting similar kind of circulations. We call this as upper air circulations. And this system, it is extending up to what height, that we need to know. So we are seeing here up to this height. This is up to 5.8 kilometer from the surface level. So if this and height is, sometimes it is up to 7.6 kilometer from the surface level. So the more is the height, the system is more intensified. So that system can give huge rainfall activity, even that can cause extremely heavy rainfall and sometimes flooding. So this is the observation point of view, and this same data we analyze by using our computer model. And this is the analysis of wind data. This is the analysis of pressure data. And in addition to that, we see the satellite data. This is the satellite picture, IR picture. This is the satellite visible picture. We both the picture have different aspect of giving forecast. Also, we take other derived products of satellite like cloud motion vector, how the cloud patches are moving and in which direction it is moving, and what is the speed of the movement of the cloud. So many things we could derive from the image, and we see that for the forecast. Even what is the outgoing long wave radiation, whether it is more or it is less, that also by using those products also we decide the forecast. Then we take all the observations. Observation is the first. First, we see the last 24-hour observation. Based on the last 24-hour observations, we integrate we integrate the model for next 24 hours, 48 hours, even next 10 days. We integrate and we get the forecast for next 10 days. Then what are the forecast processes? As I said, you forecast processes, first step is data collections. As I discussed with you, data collection from the various observations, like including starting from the surface observatory and upper air observations, satellite observations, radar observation. Even over the sea, we have many buoys. So buoys data also we take for the forecasting processes. And then we collect all the data, then we go for the data assimilation, then model integration, then post-processing of model forecast. Then from the model forecast, we derive various products and also graphics. We generate the graphics. Then method of forecasting. What we do, we have ready so many things we kept ready. We have the analysis, chart analysis, we have the model product, we have the satellite imagery, we have everything now. Then in addition to that, we have to see the persistence, whether the system is today, whether it will persist for tomorrow or not. Number one, we have to see that. Then we see the climatology. Climatologically, what happens? See, extremely heavy rainfall we can expect climatologically during monsoon or cyclone, but we cannot expect during winter. Winter we may expect some rain, but that is why climatology is very important. So we have to study climatology. Then we have to see the trend forecast. What is the trend? Nowadays, extremely heavy rainfall trend is increasing. That trend also we have to keep in our mind. Before giving forecast, all these things we have to study. Then we have to study the analog forecast. Analog forecast is like, so I just wanted to give an example. If there is a low pressure system over North MP, then in the last low pressure system which was located over North MP, which region gave heavy rainfall or extremely heavy rainfall or very heavy rainfall? That patch also we have to consider. Then we have to see the model forecast. We have various models forecast. Those model forecast, those are theoretical model. We have to see those also. And we have many models. What we do, we take the mean. We say this as ensemble model, ensemble mean or ensemble model forecast. That also we see. By considering all these things, finally we come to the conclusion for the forecast. That is also not enough. Again, one thing I would like to mention here, that is the human expertise. After seeing all these things, if you don't have experience, if you don't have expertise on the forecast, so to take decision, it will be very tough. So by seeing all this product also, our human intervention is very much required, and individuals expertise also is very much important. So finally, we decide the forecast what to be by using all this. Every day we have to do all these things, and not in once in a day. It's a continuous process, because we have to give forecast and update forecast continuously in continuously during 24 hours. And then we generally what we do is we issue the forecast twice in a day, like once in around 12 o'clock morning, and once in 6 o'clock evening. In between, we give nowcast. Nowcast means a few couple of hours ahead. See, nowcast is very much important for prediction of the thunderstorm, because thunderstorm generally it's a local phenomena. It develops for a very short span of time, and it dissipates also. It life hardly it will be 1 hour or so. So for the thunderstorm, we give nowcast well in advance, before 3 hours, even for if there is heavy rainfall continuously happening, we issue nowcast for during hourly nowcast, because it will help for the administration to take any action to evacuate any place, or to evacuate people from a place or anything. So that now hourly nowcast also we issue every day during the bad weather. Otherwise, we issue nowcasting every 3 hourly if there is a bad weather or not. Then short range forecast up to 3 days, that also forecast we give. Medium range forecast 3 to 10 days, and extended range forecast like 10 days to 1 month. That also that gives a better idea to the planner who can plan for a month or so. And long range forecast generally for the monsoon we give. Even for the winter also we have started giving long range forecast for the temperature as well. And long range forecast we give for the whole season, even for month wise forecast also, that you might be knowing. If you have any doubt or any queries, you can ask me anytime. Then climate scale, that is decadal or more. See, here one thing just I wanted to just show you how rainfall, how much variable it is. Still, IMD is able to predict very well. And one thing I wanted to mention here, like sometimes we call this El Nino and La Nina. Just I wanted to just give you a brief what El Nino is and what La Nina is. This is a very common way. I'll just explain you. This is the La Nina period. La Nina period means this is you can see this is a Ecuador and Peru coast. This is South America, right? And during La Nina year, here it is generally the weather is fair over here, and all the hot water it goes here, and here generally the sea is very warm, and lot of convective activity happens over this region, due to which India gets good rainfall activity. As you can see, if all the warm water comes here and a lot of activity happens over here, that will keep on moving, and it comes to Gujarat, comes to India and give us good rainfall activity during La Nina year. But during El Nino year, here sea water becomes very warm over this equator and Peru coast, because of which lot of activity, thunderstorm activity, rainfall, low pressure, everything forms over here, due to which lot of energy over the ocean they take, and here the generally flooding occurs, and India doesn't get much activity during the El Nino year. Now let us discuss about the cyclone. As you know, tropical cyclone, it's a very powerful system. It's a intense circular storm, and it originates over the warm tropical ocean, and it is characterized by low atmospheric pressure. Pressure can fall like anything, even up to 50 millibar from pressure fall can be there, 50, 60, 70, like that. And wind speed, it will have high wind speed, heavy rain, like it can create a lot of flooding situations, and it draw a lot of energy from the sea surface and maintain its strength. Uh, it remains over the warm water, and tropical cyclone generates wind that exceeds 119 kilometer per hour. In extreme cases, it may exceed 240 kilometer per hour. Cyclone generally moves 300 to 500 kilometers in a day. In a day, it can move from 300 to 500 kilometers, and it can skirt along a coast, bringing with its storm surge as high as 3 to 12-meter height. The storm surge it can bring inside the land area, coastal area, can sometimes submerge, and up to 30 kilometer inland sea water comes. And we classify this cyclone. Generally, all of a sudden cyclone does not form. Initially low pressure area forms, then it intensify and become depression, then deep depression, cyclonic storm, then severe cyclone, then very severe, extremely, then super cyclonic storm. Or the intensity of the low pressure system, we call this as low pressure system, like low pressure area is to super cyclone, and all this intensity is associated with the wind speed. If wind speed is less than 17 knots, we call this as low pressure area, and satellite T number also we mentioned. Then depression wind speed should be like between 17 to 27 knots. Like that, cyclone is from 34 to 47 knots. Super cyclone, that wind speed should be greater than 120 knots or 222 kilometers per hour. So we have the cyclone generally form. Cyclone does not form throughout the year. It has the specific time period. In over Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, cyclone form during the month of March to June and October to December. June to September is the monsoon month. Generally, July, August, September, cyclone does not form because of the monsoon circulations. These are the ingredients for the formation of the tropical cyclone. And during the cyclone months, we keep continuous watch over the ocean, both Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. And while starting, lot of thunderstorm activity forms, and a lot of other things, wind discontinuity, vortex forms, then low pressure forms, then low pressure intensify into a depression, then deep depression, then cyclone. So all these things, there is a continuous watch by IMD throughout the year over the Arabian Sea as well as Bay of Bengal. Both will keep continuous watch. It is important during the cyclone months also. It is during the monsoon months also. Then this is the physical structure of the cyclone. The cyclone generally we call this as eye of the cyclone. And around this area, around the eye, we call this as wall cloud region. This region actually there is torrential heavy rain, sometimes 50 centimeter rain also we get during 24 hours, and storm surge and a strong wind. So many, all the destruction happens around the I one. And then spiral band that is hundreds or kilometers long and few kilometers wide produce heavy winds. And outer storm area beyond 250 kilometers from the center, wind speed is cyclonic, but it is gradually decreases. This is the horizontal view of the cyclone, and this is the vertical view of the cyclone. Cyclone का height होता है. The height is more, cyclone is more intensified, and height is low and it is less intensified. Then the life cycle of cyclonic storm, like it has four lives, like formative stage, immature stage, mature stage, and decaying stage. In the formative stage, like the low pressure area, if it has the potential to intensify into a cyclone, then we call as a formative stage, and then cyclone keeps on intensifying, and it is under immature stage. Then the one stage comes after that cyclone does not intensify. That is the maturity or mature stage. And after that it start decaying. This is the climatology of formation of the cyclone. Generally during the month of April, Arabian Sea does not get much cyclone. But Bay of Bengal is prone to cyclone during the month of April, and May there is chance of formation of cyclone over Arabian Sea. However, there is lot of chance of the formation of the cyclone over Bay of Bengal. And in the month of June, there is more chance of getting cyclone over Arabian Sea than Bay of Bengal. And July mostly there is very rare chance of formation of the cyclone because of the monsoon current. And this is the October. October, both the mostly climatologically lot of cyclone forms over the cyclone forms over the Bay of Bengal, and there is less chance of formation of the cyclone over Arabian Sea. November also the same. And this is the you can country wise, if we can see the lowest number of the formation of the cyclone over Indian Ocean. Then hazard due to the cyclone. Okay. So if any cyclone forms over Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal or Indian Ocean, which is going to affect India, what is our nature of work, what we should do, what we are doing. Like first of all, we have to, first one is the moment a vortex forms and which has the potential to intensify into a cyclone, we have to keep on monitoring. And the day we decide it has the potential, it has the power to, it can intensify into a cyclone, the same day we inform to state government official, higher officials, that a cyclone is going to form in Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal. Necessary action they can take. It is our part is to convey cyclone is going to form. It may be before 7 days, it may be before 10 days, it may be before 2 days. At least before 2 to 3 days, we have to tell the administration the cyclone is going to form. Then what we generate the warning. Then warning, present the warning products. Then we disseminate. तुरंत हमने immediately the moment we prepare the warning, we disseminate. There are different media, different way of communications. We disseminate. Then we coordinate with the emergency response unit. Then after all the event when it completes, then we do the post event review. Then the warning product we present, like a cyclone warning bulletin we generally prepare. In his first preamble, we have to give an introduction that the cyclone having name is falana falana, this name, like last cyclone which it entered to Gujarat, like Taute. We give the name of the cyclone and its location in terms of latitude, longitude, and how far it is from the coast. Like from Gujarat coast, it is how many kilometers far from the Gujarat coast, in which direction, in even Maharashtra coast. All the coast we have to mention. We mention. Then we mention also the intensity of the cyclone. What is the intensity? What is the wind speed? What is the speed of the cyclone? Then we give the prediction in which direction it is going to move, and what is the actual movement of the cyclone. Then intensity, whether it is a depression, whether it is a cyclone or severe cyclone, very severe, like that we have to mention whether it is going to intensify or it is going to decay. That also we mention. And it's very important point is that we also mention the landfall point, where it is going to hit. Unlike last cyclone, landfall was there near Diu. That also we have to mention. And then we have to give the weather. Weather in the sense, rainfall is most important parameter. Wind speed, how much wind speed it will be there. Mostly it is very important for the land area, and also the coastal area, and also for the fishermen, even for all the ports and all the ships. They are in the sea. For them, it is wind speed is very much important to know. And for those people, they are staying in the coastal belt, a storm surge is very important for them. And what height the tidal wave will come, and up to what place, up to what point the sea water is going to come. Those things also we need to mention. We mentioned also. Finally, we give the advice and suggested action. Advice and action means, here I would like to mention here what will be the impact. Agar itna strong wind and rainfall is there, then what will be the impact? We have to mention that impact. That means we give, in addition to this, we give the impact-based forecast for a particular systems. Then bulletins and warning issued by this office, Ahmedabad office. Like we issue number of cyclone bulletins, like each 3 hours we issue the bulletins. And fisherman warning, coastal warning, port warning, aviation warning, bulletins for departmental exchange, bulletin for all India Doordarshan press and local media, also warning for the registered and designated users. Then we disseminate the warning by using police wireless and FTN for aviation purpose. Nowadays, we are disseminating all the warnings by using email, WhatsApp, SMS. And we are keeping all the informations in our website. We have the 4-stage warning, especially for the cyclone, at least before 72 hours for the formation of cyclone. We issue a pre-cyclone watch to issue to cabinet secretary and senior officials, indicating that the formation of cyclone is disturbance or potential to intensify into a tropical cyclone. Then we give, before 48 hours, we give a cyclone alert, which indicates the expected adverse bad weather conditions. Then before 24 hours, we give the landfall point. The cyclone is going to enter at this point. So in that particular landfall point, we mention. Then we give finally we give a D-warning message like cyclone is over. Why it is important? Because they have to withdraw the people who are deployed for the extra duties, and the fishermen, they should allow fishermen to go for the fishing ship and port, all this for the functioning. We have to finally issue one D-warning message at last. So I would like to just discuss about the cyclone Taute, which formed over Arabian Sea, and how it has impact over the state. Even many states were affected by this cyclone. This cyclone was developed as a low pressure in Arabian Sea and intensified into a powerful, deadly, damaging tropical cyclone during 14th to 19th May 2021. It was the strongest tropical cyclone to make landfall in Gujarat since 1998. 98, there was a cyclone like Kandla cyclone. After that cyclone, this is the second cyclone which has the same intensity, but it has affected 4 states like Kerala, Maharashtra, Gujarat, all this state, Konkan, Goa, Karnataka, Goa, all these states that are affected. So this is the cyclone low pressure formed over this area. Low pressure formed over southeast Arjun Lakshadweep area. Then it became depression on 14th of May. Then it moved, and because of this, it just got at the coast of this, so it has very bad impact over these states like Maharashtra. This is Karnataka, Kerala, even Gujarat. Most impact was there for the Gujarat. This system, they moved across the coast, and it has lot of impact. And the important thing is that when it entered to Gujarat, it stayed 24 hours over inside the Gujarat as a cyclone to severe cyclone, because of which lot of damage occurred over Gujarat. And the forecast was correctly, it was given, it will enter to the Gujarat just after 20 kilometers east of Diu, and it entered this area. Till Ahmedabad, it maintains its intensity as a cyclone. Then after, during 24 hours, it stayed over Gujarat, and then it weakened into a depression, and from depression to depression it more than 5 days it took. It took more than 5 days. It caused heavy to extremely heavy rainfall activity, strong wind, tidal wave affecting Lakshadweep on the 13th, 14th, Kerala on 14th, 15th, Karnataka on 15th, Goa, South Coastal Maharashtra on 15th, 16th, North Maharashtra on 16th, 17th, Gujarat, Daman, Dadra, Nagar Haveli, Diu on 17th and 19th. Lot of damage because of this cyclone was there. The salient features, just let me tell you that the name of the cyclone was Taute. It was the most intensive cyclone to hit Gujarat coast after the Kandla cyclone. It has the maximum wind speed 160 to 170 km per hour, gusting to 185 km per hour. It was a very rare cyclone, causing adverse weather and damage over entire west coast, state and union territories, and Lakshadweep as it moved parallel to west coast before its landfall in Gujarat. And then the pressure drop. The lowest central pressure of Taute was 1950 hectopascal with a pressure drop of 50 SP. There was a very strong system, so pressure could drop 50 SP. It could drop. And the life period, it was around more than 5 days. As I said, it is 129 hours. The total length of the track covered by the cyclone was 1,880 kilometers. This is the horizontal view of the particular that storm, Taute. This is the while crossing our coast. It is just Divi somewhere here to just 20 kilometers east of the cross to Gujarat. And this is the forecast for wind. It was issued by this office. This is the wind speed like 140 to 160 kilometer per hour, gusting to 170 over these areas. And this color has changed, and this is the color wise we have given. This is the most dangerous part of the where wind can affect. Then this is the next step. Then this is the third stage. Then this is the wind speed. We have observatory. We realized, we saw our nearest observatory how much wind they have reported. That way also we verified the things. Then this is the forecast for heavy rainfall warning. This is the red color is extremely heavy rainfall was expected. This is the very heavy, and the yellow color is heavy rainfall. And here there is no warning, heavy rainfall warning was there. This is the for day 2. That is issued for 17, issued for 18. This is for 19. And only heavy to very heavy rainfall and heavy rainfall was expected for 19. And this is the way we received, we issued the forecast. And apart from this, we also gave the storm surge tidal wave height over that particular area where it will be most affected and how. Then all these things we have prepared bulletin, like special weather bulletin. Everything is mentioned in a single bulletin: rainfall forecast, description about the cyclone, movement, intensity, fisherman warning, port warning, strong wind warning, sea condition, all the damage expected, all this impact, everything, and forecasting map, wind map, and heavy rainfall warning map, satellite image, and the track of the cyclone, in which way it is going to move, and around the track what will be the wind speed. So everything in one bulletin we issue each 3 hourly to state government and to higher officials to take the further actions. And finally, we also physically we brief to all the government officials, even to our previous Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Rupaniji. I was just briefing them the track of the cyclone in the meeting. And this is the terminology generally we use for the forecast. And we also give impact-based forecast for the various important cities like Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. We are going to increase that impact-based forecast for the other cities also. These are our website. Anyone can see. We have all the huge informations like 24-hour forecast, now 3 hourly nowcast, district wise nowcast, station wise nowcast, city wise is forecast, even pilgrim forecast, road forecast. All these forecasts are given. IMD Ahmedabad site is there. So here heavy rainfall warning, and this is the district wise warning, and this is the district wise nowcast warning. So many informations are kept in our website. One can see and get to know. Even for Ahmedabad, we have 7-8 locations for Ahmedabad city areas. That daily 5 days forecast also we keep on giving. Many information in our website, it is there. And also we have many apps, like one Mosam app is there. One can download and see the weather for any cities. And we have a Meghdut app. This is only meant for the agriculture purpose. Any farmer, they can see this app and decide their planning. They can plan for any agriculture point of view. And also we have a Damini lab which gives the lightning alert. That it is very important for all the general public to watch whether lightning is there, is going to hit during next 3 hours or during next 1 hour. That can give the and this is the Umang is the Government of India app. In that Umang, all these 3 apps are integrated. That's all. Thank you so much for listening me patiently. I hope you enjoy. You can ask me any question if you have any doubt.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Yeah, so now the session is open for queries. If participants, if you have any query, question. So mic has been enabled for each and every participants. You may ask now.
Ma'am, and ma'am, you take the help of for all this taking the data for IMD 3 hours. And you taking the help of remote sensing or radars? What satellite? What?
Thank you for your question. Actually, we have the observatories, like manned observatories. People are working there continuously. They give us data by email, by phone, because for Gujarat data here, Ahmedabad takes, and we have a dedicated line. State-wise, we have dedicated line. Immediately within 5-10 minutes, we pass that data and it goes to our main server. Then finally, from the main server, within 10 minutes, all the data, all India data goes to the our WMO server. So it displays everywhere. And yeah, remote sensing data only we take satellite imagery from satellite derived product. We take the data, even radar product also we take the derived data, and those data are utilized for the model analysis, model integration. Ma'am, you are not audible.
Any other question?
Yeah. So you have that observatory data that is also from satellite only, no, ma'am?
Can you speak loudly? I am not able to listen you properly.
Observatory data which you're taking, observatory which you're taking is from satellite only, no, ma'am?
See, we have the observatory, we have the instrument. We
Okay.
take observation by using our own instrument. Surface observatory, I have shown you that one image I had shown you. We have observatory, we have thermometer, we have barometer to measure the pressure, we have thermometer to measure the temperature, we have observatory. And at the same time also we take the satellite derived product. Those we utilize for the our model calculation purpose. Like theoretical model we are having, we integrate the model for during next 24 hours, 48 hours, like up to 10 days, we generate the forecast. So for the model calculations, we used all sorry, all the observations, like including observations, automatic weather stations data, and satellite remote sensing data.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Another question is from Dr. Mohit Kumar. You may please ask. You are muted, Dr. Mohit. Do you want to ask something?
Thank you. Madam, I wanted to know that is it mandatory uh, to belong to an institution and submit the requisition form to procure the data from IMD?
Okay, we have a radiation instrument. We also get the radiation data, but short wave radiation, long wave radiation, that I have to find out. You can write me a mail. I'll just find out. But we have daily forecasting method. I don't use the radiation data much, but we have radiation instrument. Exact what data we are taking, that I'll find it out and I'll get back to you. Yeah, with you.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yes, please. Anyone else? Anyone else who wants to ask, ma'am? Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
I just want to know that is there any particular system that interprets satellite data?
Yes. Am I audible?
Satellite, what happens? We get the data, we get the satellite, that is a totally software it is written. That is a theoretical equations are there to convert the satellite data into finished products. Mostly we get the temperature data, what is outgoing radiation data. So that data we generally convert by using certain equations, and we get the different products. Those are derived products.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I would like to pose a question, ma'am. May I?
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, I had been constantly following that TOTE, and it was amazing how our IMD is putting every hourly updates and its motion and its navigation, and it had been of great help. Further, every day, say for a certain forecast, we refer app like AccuWeather, SkyMet. So, do our India have any app for this instead of using those others? Can we use any Indian app?
We have app, like I told you in the my last slide. The 3 apps I have given, those apps were developed by the IMD, like Mausam. One is for general forecast. In the Mausam app, all the alert for cyclone, everything you will get. And another app is Meghdut. Meghdut is for the lightning. And one more app is for the agriculture. 3 app I have already mentioned that one can download by using that Google these things. It is there in IMD. There are apps. It is functioning well.
Okay, so I missed it. Sorry for the inconvenience, but great. Thank you, ma'am. It was wonderful to have you on our board. You are the first female faculty, and pleasure to have interaction with you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We are proud to have IMD on our board, STTP board. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you for inviting me to have such a platform. I'm really thankful to you. Ma'am, you are not audible.
Our dignitary Manorama ma'am narrated very rigorous and detailed work of India Meteorological Department and scientific details of cyclone and rainfall, how the satellite data used, how charts generated, just to update us people, citizens constantly. Then currently in this rainy season, we know that how much forecasting from IMD becomes useful to us. So if we follow this forecast, we know that we get red alerts, and then thereby if we follow them, we can reduce our troubles. Definitely. In day-to-day life, IMD works for us 24/7. So thank you very much, ma'am, for everything and for sparing your valuable time here. Thank you, ma'am. So yeah, we are now on the verge of concluding the session, and I hand over my mic to our student Vasu to conclude the session. Vasu.
Okay, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, Vasu. Yes.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am, for answering all the questions and providing us with your precious time. Thank you very much, ma'am. It's such an intellectual and enjoyable session. So thank you, ma'am, once again. And tomorrow is the first day of our short-term training program. So I hope you all participate wholeheartedly. So the first session will be by Dr. Hemant B. Kaushik on the evaluation and enhancement of seismic capacity of unreinforced masonry buildings at 11 a.m. That's all for today. So thank you for your participation and presence. Thank you all. So we are closing now.